Hey, Kris McDonald. You live in Lexington Park, Great Mills, where?
I don't want to say exactly where I live, but I live in Lexington Park off of Hermanville Road.
Right.
A little suburb over there. You go over there, you can probably figure it out.
Okay. All right, well, where'd you go to high school?
Went to high school and I graduated from St. Charles, but I moved around Charles County a little bit. So I started in La Plata. We lived in some apartments down there, and I graduated St. Charles during the COVID pandemic.
Right.
So.
Okay, you're 22?
That's correct.
Okay, and you filed for political office to be in the House of Delegates in District 29B?
Yep.
In St. Mary's County, House of Delegates in Maryland. Okay, you're 22.
Yep.
All right. We have had actually somebody get elected from St. Mary's County before at the age of 22, maybe 24. Are you aware of that?
St. Mary's County? No, I wasn't aware.
Yeah. It was a kid named Roy Dyson. And he worked in a congressional office from a Congressman Ford of Michigan, and then decided to run for House of Delegates, and he won.
He worked in Michigan and won in Maryland?
He worked for a congressman from Michigan.
Oh, from Michigan, okay.
Okay. And on the staff in D.C.
around D.C., yeah.
Yeah, so, and his brother was a Capitol policeman, his twin brother.
Wow.
And sometimes people thought that the twin brother was showing up at campaign events for Dyson. Who would know?
Right.
Okay. All right. So Dyson went on to become a congressman and served 5 terms in Congress. You ever hear of him before?
Dyson?
Mm-hmm.
Not too familiar. How long ago was this?
Well, it was a long time ago. He got elected in 1980, and he got defeated in 1990. Then he served 5 terms in the Maryland State Senate.
Wow.
They didn't teach you that in Charles County High School, did they? Okay. Well, he represented Charles County for a long time as a member of Congress. And then they changed the congressional district around. So, you, at the age of 22, you want to be in the House of Delegates.
Yes.
Why?
I was going to wait until I had more experience at my current job, move up the ranks there. But I'll just say this past legislative session I was real disappointed with. I was like, I can't do much worse than that. So, see what we can do. Might win. I don't know anything about campaigning, but I think if I get in there, you're going to see some good things happen in Maryland. Some very good things.
Well, the guy who's filed to run as a Republican in this seat, do you know him? William B.J. Hall?
B.J. Hall. I've never met him. I know of him, but he serves on a board right now in the county, right?
Yeah, I think he's on a planning commission.
Planning commission. Okay.
Yeah. So he has some experience.
Yeah.
And he's a lot older. I don't know how old he is, but he's up there pretty good. Okay. All right. You gave an answer to the Chesapeake Today this past week on Governor Wes Moore's slave tax.
I gave a long answer. Everybody else gave like 4 sentences. You didn't tell me it was going to be like that. I gave like a short essay.
It's okay. We found out you could write.
Right. No, I was. You asked me my opinion.
Well, you sounded more like a Republican in that answer than a Democrat.
I know, but
anybody else tell you that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was your answer to them?
It's not about party loyalty anyway. It's about what's best for the people, and what Governor Moore is doing is not good for the people. So
why?
The projects are ineffective and they cost us. Never falls on him. He has enough money. You seen that article the other day? He said he announced that he was cutting state jobs while he was on a ski trip. It's not affecting him.
Yeah.
So,
well, he hired 5,000 people a year before.
Yeah,
now he's cutting them.
He doesn't have. It's just not good foresight.
Well,
in my opinion.
He's basically a Marxist. Okay.
You think so?
Yeah, that's a summation of it.
I don't know if I go that far.
Well, he's a pirate, a Marxist. You take money from people who've earned it and got it and give it to people if they'll vote for you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you know the pirate chieftains get elected by the crew? Did you know that?
The pirate chiefs get elected?
Yeah, they get elected. Pirate captains would have to get elected by the crew. So that meant, how do you campaign among the crew to vote for you to be captain? Give them lots of stuff, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Let them go out and maraud, murder,
Yeah.
get treasure and so forth. and then they vote for you. Isn't that kind of what Wes Moore is doing?
It is, especially people aren't as involved in state and local government, politics as they should be. So all he has to do is cater to the people around him. That's the average citizen, the average resident of Maryland. They see these taxes go up. They see things like the registration fees go up, the gas tax go up. They never think to go vote in the midterm election, go vote in the gubernatorial elections. And I guess he is kind of like a pirate in that sense.
Yeah.
His crew elects him.
Okay, you're 22.
Yeah.
When did you register to vote?
I registered to vote when I was 18, when I got my license.
Have you voted each time that it's been available to you?
I haven't voted. I didn't vote in the midterms, but I voted in the past election of 2024. Yeah. I just didn't make it to vote in the first midterms. I got the dates mixed up. I messed up some planning back then.
Okay.
Scheduling.
So, at this point, your answer to Wes Moore sounded kind of like common sense.
Exactly.
Well, at your age, why aren't you like the typical Marxist young people right now that want everything for free? You don't sound like you're of that persuasion.
You see, for young people that have more socialist leaning, they don't come from places that suffer from those policies. I grew up on the poverty line. I know a lot of that stuff doesn't work. And I worked my way out of it, so I know that there is value in working for what you get. I'm not saying that they don't believe that, but they don't believe it to the extent that I do.
Okay. What kind of work did you do to work your way out of it?
Well, I started at Wendy's when I was 16. That was nothing. Safeway when I was 19. And then right when I turned 20, I got hired as a part-time landfill tech in Charles County. And I've been with the Department of Environmental Resources ever since, just getting promoted like every year. So it's all blue collar work. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah.
We have too many people in Annapolis that are white collar thieves.
Yeah, these people are lawyers. They specialize in
getting campaign donations,
they're
making money.
They're the money chain.
Using campaign donations for their own benefit, personal expenses, things like that. We just had are you aware of this guy called Brian Crosby? Ever heard of him?
I'm well aware.
Okay. He voted for a tax on IT, and then the same day moved his own company over to Virginia to evade the tax.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think of this guy? Do you think you're gonna run against him? Is he gonna file, do you think?
I'm planning to run against him, but he's gone quiet. His social media is quiet.
Yeah.
I've heard some things. I don't want to spread any rumors.
Does he think maybe all of us just forgot about him?
Might hope so. But
he has voted with all the far left liberals in Annapolis to raise all these taxes.
Yeah.
He was in favor of a bill to force parents to let their children go through sexual identity, gender identity in kindergarten. He was in favor of that.
Yeah.
What's with this guy?
Just to be clear, I don't think he's a bad person, but I disagree with a lot of what he voted on. He voted on that bill, and most Democrats voted on this they could have condoms in vending machines.
Oh yeah.
It was to repeal the law that stops them from doing that. I say, why didn't they just amend the law so it could be
the condoms in the schools.
Condoms in the elementary schools. Yeah, they voted to repeal the law that prohibits them from doing that. I saw that. I was like, first of all, you're giving Republicans ammo. This is exactly the type of thing they claim you're doing, and
you are doing it.
You're doing it. So what can you say to that? And they could have just amended the law. I get how high schoolers might need that, but what is a fifth grader going to do with a condom? Who makes condoms for a fifth grader? I don't get it.
Or kindergartner.
Or kindergartner, pre-K for that matter. Why do you need condoms in a gumball machine? I was real frustrated with that.
But really, it speaks to the kind of people that are making laws in Annapolis.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is, vote for you to get rid of one of those kind of nutcases?
Yeah, just one of them. It's not personal against him.
Right. Well,
I would have ran.
It's kind of nutty. He wants to raise your tax, and he gets in his truck and heads to Virginia.
Yeah. Did he vote for that specific tax?
Yeah.
'Cause I saw a picture of that he voted on to raise certain taxes, but
Yeah.
he got a lot to say about the IT one. I don't see how he'll have a business in Virginia.
Well, and then he took donations from all these big power companies, and then voted to cause your power rates to go up.
Yeah. The windmill thing was a failure. It's a mess. I think.
So, you're talking to Democrats in the south end of St. Mary's County, saying, vote for you instead of Brian Crosby. Yes. Brian Crosby put himself out as a good representative of them in the past.
Yeah.
And what's your answer to that this year is vote for you because
this is what he was supposed to be. You know, he started with the back to basics thing.
Right.
What's basic about anything he's done? I saw him bragging about how he got $2 million secured from the governor for. No, that's not what I was talking about. He passed a bill to establish a department that was going to predict Maryland's energy needs for the next 5-10 years, something like that. Like, you need to predict our energy needs. What were you doing trying to get windmills put in the ocean from an offshore company? Like, you didn't even know if that was going to be sufficient in the first place. I don't know. I don't want to dig too deep on him because I don't even know if he's going to run again.
Well, maybe he was just in favor of killing whales.
Yeah, it's not good for that either. It drives him crazy.
Okay. Well, you don't really have to worry about if he's going to run again. He is the delegate.
He's the incumbent.
And he's the incumbent, and you're running to unseat him.
Yes.
Do you think you might scare him off?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Somebody's
all right. What do you want to make to him shiver his timbers? How will you represent better than him? Will you vote to raise taxes?
Never. Almost never.
That's a pretty good start. But now you're backing off already.
I don't think we need to raise any taxes.
Yeah. Are you in favor of cutting some spending that's ridiculous?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
If you cut spending, you don't have to raise taxes.
Exactly. We could definitely cut a lot of this. I posted something yesterday from the Baltimore Sun. It said Maryland officials don't even know where or how much they're spending on nonprofit organizations. They're just funneling money in and everything, like whoever asked, they're just throwing money at them.
You're saying there's no accountability.
There's no accountability. And I think we could cut more of that. We can cut so much of that we can reallocate the money to things we actually need. A lot of development that needs to be sped up around here. And we can do it, and we'll still be paying less than we are now in taxes. We just have to do an audit all around. There's no other way around it. Some cleaning needs to be done.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you just mention the word audit?
Yes.
You can't say that around a bunch of liberal Democrats, can you?
This isn't their party no more.
You're going to scare them.
I want to tell you what. This isn't their party no more. You listen to registered Democrats in St. Mary's County. I would call them progressive, but my version of progress is a little bit different than the establishment.
Well, this Brandon Russell, he says he's a socialist Democrat.
Yeah.
And when they say that, you need to believe them. And basically, socialist Democrats are communists. I mean, that's truly the only thing you can do. Every time you unmask them, like that guy in New York, you find yourself a communist.
Yeah. Which doesn't work, by the way.
It never has.
They'll tell you anytime communism has failed, it wasn't real communism. Communism's never been tried. Well, how good of a system is that if it can't even materialize properly, ever?
Well, they've been having different versions of it ever since the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917. When are they going to get it right?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't think there's a space in America for that stuff. Certainly there's good policies that we got from it, like child labor laws, things like that. I would like to have free healthcare nationwide, but the situation isn't right for that right now. We'll go bankrupt almost immediately.
Well, we already have it.
In Maryland, yes.
Well, no, Biden just gave it to 20 million illegal aliens.
Well, they have it.
Yeah. Free health care. They didn't.
Yeah.
They're not even citizens. They just show up and they get everything: housing, credit cards, you name it.
Yeah, stuff like that really makes me angry.
Okay, so you've been working since what? How old were you when you got your first job?
16.
16. So you've been working from the time you hit 16, and now your taxes are going to pay for illegal aliens to get in-state tuition, to get free housing in Maryland, and everything else.
Yeah.
And you've been paying your own way and paying taxes.
They're better than I was when I started working. I don't know. I don't want to send pastors to El Salvador and shit like that. There's Trump needs to cool it on some of that deportation, but...
Well, if they're from El Salvador, you kind of have to send them back there, don't you?
Yeah, they got to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
I mean, you can't send them to Siberia. The Siberians don't want them.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't looking at it now, I don't really like anybody in office.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know them all.
Look,
but I don't like the situation.
You live in Hermanville and you commute to Charles County
Every day, 5 days a week.
Okay. How do you like the price of gas?
I mean,
you know, Maryland has one of the highest gas taxes
that's one of the
in the
highest
country.
Gas taxes. The registration fees are up to $100-something now. That's
Okay.
like a crazy outlier.
So are you married?
No.
Okay, so you're a young man, single, you're working every day, you're going back and forth up and down the highway, and the Wes Moore and his Marxist Democrats just rate.
Right. So obviously I'm a big environmental guy.
Well, it's not obvious to me. Tell me why.
Well, I'm an environmental resource tech right now.
Okay.
I see a lot of problems.
What are they?
For one, we have a recycling program, at least in Charles County. I'm sure we have it in St. Mary's County. But nobody takes it seriously. I don't even take it that seriously. When citizens separate plastic, it's mostly plastic, but it can be metal, like metal cans and stuff. They separate all that from the trash. They all end up in the landfill. Cardboard, everything. It all ends up in the landfill. I don't believe in punishing the citizens any further for the environment. I don't think that's practical. But yeah, funds could be reallocated. Things can be done.
Why can't they design the convenience centers better? Right now, you got to back up, you got to fight for a parking place, you back up over there, and they have big signs up over at the recycling area, no plastic bags. Well, you brought the stuff with you in a plastic bag. Now what do?
Yeah,
you know?
You open it up like, I don't know.
Okay, so the design of it looks like it was done by somebody that works for Motor Vehicle Administration in the 1950s.
Yeah. Yeah, those.
So next to the big dumpsters where you push your stuff in, why don't they have to one side one for the items that could be recycled instead of walking across the parking lot? Some of these people are old going there. They don't want this extra hike. And besides, you're liable to get killed crossing that thing. People are speeding through there.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, there's a problem. And I don't know too much about the management in the St. Andrews landfill, the transfer station over there, but I've been there a couple times.
The attendants there are nice people.
Yeah,
They try to help you. They do. It's just the design.
Yeah. Yeah, that could use some attention.
Early Motor Vehicle Administration design. That's what it is.
Yeah. I like that. But as far as those problems, there's also like I said in the paper, in your paper the other day, there's like 60,000 tons of methane emitting from the ground at these landfills, even the ones that aren't still active.
Oh, so we can't blame it on the cows?
You can't blame it on the farting cows. You can't blame it. And, methane is not like CO2. The trees can't use that. The grass can't use it and turn it into oxygen. It's just there.
Well, can't they bottle it?
Landfill methane capture. It's a thing. Nobody in Maryland's ever looked into it, but landfill methane capture. We
could pipe it straight to Annapolis.
It can be used.
Make them breathe that stuff in the General Assembly.
Well, there's a problem. They're doing it as best as they can, though. Right, what we have right now is the most efficient system. They have torches to let the methane out, but there's still other spots where it just starts leaking. Workers can be breathing that in. It's bad. It's real bad for the environment. And it can be bottled up, though. I know it was a joke, but it can be bottled, like, put in a can, in a tank, be used for like heating, whatever you need. It can be added to the supply of methane.
You can use it on your grill.
Yeah, you use it on your grill if you want. I wouldn't, but you can if you want to. But yeah, stuff like that. And their way of resolving environmental issues, them being the establishment Democrats, Governor Wes Moore, he's trying to do like a carbon tax like they have in Canada, but without calling it that. So it's a high gas tax, it's high registration fees, high for renewal. It's to punish you for driving a traditional vehicle. I don't like that. I don't think we cut down on this other stuff, we'll be one of the greenest nations on, not nations, but regions on Earth. Maryland will be one of the greenest regions on Earth. And you're not interrupting anyone's life. You don't have to do it with interrupting your constituent's life. That's how I see it.
Let me ask you this. Have you started working a campaign team together, your family and friends?
Yeah, I have a few staffers. I got a treasurer, obviously, but I got a few people I have to add to my...
Are you getting out and knocking on doors and introducing yourself to people?
Haven't done any canvassing yet. There's a little disagreement in my campaign. I don't want to come off as like, we go around to different houses and neighborhoods and it's like I'm a Jehovah's Witness or something. I'm just bothering people. I want to do it the right way. I want to mostly like listen to people.
Okay, well, one good way to listen to them is knock on the door and ask them what makes them tick. What do they think about the gas tax?
Just knock on the door. Hey, are you mad? Tell me about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can do that.
That's campaigning.
Yeah.
Because people got to know you.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Just all you got to do is tell them you're not going to put condom machines in their elementary school, and you're not going to raise their taxes. They're going to like that.
That's a good start.
Okay.
It's a good start.
Okay. All right. So how can people reach you?
Well, you can reach any candidate.
No. How can they reach you?
How can they reach me?
You have a Facebook page?
I have a Facebook page. I have an Instagram.
What does it say on the Facebook page?
It's Kris McDonald now. Capital Now. KrisMcDonald. It's the same on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
And you can call me if you want.
Okay. What's your number?
It's 240-376-8969.
Okay. You have a website?
No. There's a disagreement amongst my campaign. Everybody else.
Well, why don't you agree with the people that want the website so you can get it?
I don't know if I want it. That's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're disagreeing with yourself?
Disagreeing with my treasurer.
Oh.
He kind of thinks I should have one. Everybody has one.
But the treasurer's in charge of getting money in, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, don't you think you ought to agree with him? I mean, campaigns cost money.
I kind of just like to argue with him. But no, I think we will have...
Who's your treasurer?
It's his name is Jacob Goodwin. He's a longtime friend.
Okay. All right.
Real trustworthy.
Sounds like he's a smart dude.
Yeah. He's he should be down here soon. Sometime in the coming weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to events? You've been going to Fireman's Carnival. You're going to different things at the park over there at Lancaster Park.
I am.
Are you posting the events that you're going to on your Facebook page?
I haven't yet, but I am going to it, man. So.
Okay. All right, because you got some time.
Yeah.
All right. You filed like a year early.
Yeah. I don't want to get too comfortable, but.
Well, there's a lot of territory to cover.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and thank you for joining us today. At Chesapeake Today, we're at Fitzy's Marina on the beautiful Breton Bay at Compton. Behind Kris McDonald is the state of Virginia, which doesn't have taxes near as high as the People's Republic of Maryland. This is Ken Roslick with Chesapeake Today, and thank you very much.